everyone, and welcome to the Flute Practice. Today I want to speak a little bit about how we can avoid getting injuries or getting pain or getting other, playing related problems. Let's just kind of go over some of the basics of what you should and shouldn't be doing. Okay, so I think one of the most kind of direct aspects of this is how we practice. This is, after all, what this whole channel is about. I've mentioned this a little bit before about taking breaks. This is one of the most really important things that you can do. In one of my previous fundamentals of practice, you can check out a little bit more about this, but taking regular breaks is just so important. So many studies have shown that suddenly increasing your practice time is going to increase the chances of getting injured or getting a problem. Don't go from practicing nothing a day to practicing like 3 hours a day, or even practicing like 1 hour a day and then suddenly you jump up to 3. Increasing your practice time should be done gradually, so maybe about 10 minutes, 20 minutes every day, depending how long you already are practicing. Then do this over several weeks. Dial it back when you realize maybe you're a bit tense or you're a bit sore or feeling a bit fatigued. Just really listen to what your body is telling you in terms of practicing. The other really important thing, we've also talked about this briefly in some other videos, is warming up and cooling down, and doing stretches in between your practicing. You really want to make sure that you are physically warming up before you practice, not just on your instrument. You want to warm up your muscles and your ligaments and your joints, everything. You just want to kind of like get everything going before you actually touch your instrument. I think we have to start looking at ourselves as athletes. We have to start looking at ourselves as sports people that are getting ready to do really hectic physical work. And it might not feel like you're kind of standing there the whole day like practicing like this, but in fact those sort of fine motor static movements are actually really some of the most taxing on our body. In between practice sessions, really get moving, do some stretches, do some just, I don't know, put on some great music and dance it off. A friend of mine, shout out, we used to always put on music and just like jump around. Obviously not, like don't hurt yourself or like knock something out or something. Be gentle, but just have some fun. Okay, so the next thing that I think is really important is staying fit and healthy. Doing exercise outside of your practice. Maybe go for a jog, make sure you've got really good shoes. Maybe you like cycling, you can go cycling. Just, once again, make sure you've got maybe hand guards on, protecting your hands. Make sure that you're not kind of like hunching your back funny or anything. Also, please wear a helmet. I'm dead serious right now. Accidents are a real thing. They happen. I slammed my finger in a door last year and I had to stop playing for like 3 months plus. Don't do silly things with your body. Just take care, baby. Swimming is wonderful. Maybe you enjoy hiking or yoga. I love yoga. There's actually a really great channel. I'm going to link you at the bottom. Other things, Tai Chi, it's awesome. Pilates, love it. All these things, but I think just keep fit and active on a regular basis. I know this is really hard to do because most of us think we should rather be practicing than doing sport, but psst, it's really important, so do it. The next really important thing is dealing with stress. Studies are really starting to show that there's a strong connection between stress, anxiety, all those kinds of things, and developing injuries and problems. It's quite a simple thing to explain. You're feeling stressed out, you're feeling maybe anxious for an audition exam, maybe even a lesson. If you've got a teacher that terrifies you, you might want to just change teachers. This tenses up. When this tenses up, you can just do like a really simple exercise. You can just tense here and then try like move your fingers. It's like, it feels so horrible. And then relax here and then try move your fingers. It's a bit of a no-brainer. It's like 100% different. So we need to really, as musicians, we need to learn to deal with stress, and we need to learn to de-stress. Whether you're a beginner or professional, I think the pressure to perform is something that we have to learn to deal with on a daily basis. Talk to your fellow musicians about this. It's amazing how much we all go through the same stuff. Sport is really, once again, this is so great. It's just gets those endorphins going and just gets you feeling really happy and relaxed and de-stressed. So once again, do your spot. The last thing, and I think one of the big ones, is technique and posture. And this is something that I think it's your responsibility to look after every single day of practice. If this is something you don't know enough about, I really encourage you to go and get some Alexander technique lessons, get some Feldenkrais lessons, there's body mapping as well, which is great. Any of these movements, but I mean, there is just tons of different techniques and methods out there. I have not done all of them, of course not. I've done some Alexander, some Feldenkrais, and body mapping. So these are the techniques that I know and have really benefited me just beyond compare. One of the big things that really helps you with it, just building up body awareness. You know, you just really become aware of where your tension patterns are, and you just like, whoa, I never realized I was tense there and there and there. And I think this just like unlocks so much just awesome experiences in your practicing, because you just start to view your playing and your practicing in a total different way. So go check it out. So those are some of my tips. This is not an exhaustive list by any means, but I think we really, you know, we always think this is not going to happen to me, you know, it's not, we kind of like invincible and it's not going to happen until it does. And then we kind of really, we want to kick ourselves. I know this is something that we struggle to talk about, but I think we should. I really think that we should start talking about this. So maybe, you know, if you're not confident to write it below, maybe send me a message. Remember, and today we're going to change it slightly, healthy practicing.